I'm sure I don't have to explain to you what Roblox is. Like it or not, it's probably the biggest gaming platform on the planet right now, beating even Steam, with an estimated 10 billion monthly hours recorded in 2025. Literally mugging every platform combined. You must be asking yourselves, why exactly I'm talking about Roblox now? Isn't Roblox just filled to the brim with slop games made for toddlers? Well, yes, in 99% of cases I would agree with you, but I want to bring attention to a game in particular, an hidden gem, that I think is worth downloading Roblox for. I'm talking about Pressure. Pressure is a game inspired by another Roblox game, named Doors. It's a game where you explore a strange hotel and try to reach door 100 while hiding from various monsters. Pressure basically follows the same gameplay loop, but instead of just trying to escape, your job is to go deeper into a facility to recover a crystal and extract with it, while avoiding giant killer fishes. Why would you put your life at risk for the sake of a crystal you know nothing about? Well, there's a pretty good reason. You see, in this game you play as a prisoner of a high security prison. A mega corporation named Urban Shade has come to you with an offer you can't refuse. Retrieve the crystal, and you're guaranteed freedom and lots of money. Of course, they don't really believe you'll be coming back. They're just throwing bodies at the wall. And if by some miracle one manages to succeed, so much the better. Oh, did I forget to mention that you'll be venturing 19 kilometers under the surface of the sea? I hope you don't have thalassophobia. And before any of you comment on it, yes, I know I'm dressed as Tenna. Just try not to think about it too much, okay? As I said previously, you'll be starting your descent from room 100. You will have to make your way down to the crystal chamber. Everything will be fine for a while, but after a few rooms, you'll meet your first obstacle.
What's that noise?
This is where the game shows its SCP containment breach inspiration. Z-283, also known as the Angler, is most likely the first monster you will encounter. He is very simple. If he sees you, you die. You can avoid him by simply hiding in a locker or in a side room, where he can't spot you. If you decide to hide in a locker, be sure to time it. Your character suffers from claustrophobia, and you'll be forced to exit the locker if you stay inside for too long. Speaking of lockers, some of them are occupied by Z-V06, a sentient slime-like substance that will instantly kill you if interacted with. In multiplayer, other players will be able to save you. How do you know if the angler is about to attack? The lights will flicker, and you'll be able to hear him approaching. I also suggest you to enable death mode in the settings. With this option enabled, a border will begin appearing on your screen when an angler is about to attack, acting as an additional cue for you to hide. Good job, you've survived your first monster encounter. Unfortunately, there's more than one. Z-283-B, also known as Blitz, is a variant of the Angler, but is much faster than the original. When he spawns, the lights will flicker twice, and for longer, so you should find a hiding spot really fast. Z-283-C, also known as Chainsmoker, will advance at a much slower pace, and will emit a green smoke that induces claustrophobia, forcing you out of lockers much sooner. Only begin hiding when he is closer to avoid exiting a locker directly into his face, or just hide in a side room. Z-283-F, also known as Frogger or Frogger, will try to fake you out. After reaching the end of the room, she will pause and turn back from where she came from, only to quickly rush back a few seconds later. Don't hide too early, or you'll be forced out of a locker by claustrophobia. Once she leaves the first time, exit the locker and quickly re-enter it when she comes back. A cool thing about Frogger is that its design is entirely based on the monster from Iron Lung. G-283-P, also known as Pinky, is the last variant of the Angler. She will not flicker the lights when spawning, but she is very loud, so you will definitely hear her coming. Hide just as you did with the other Anglers, and you'll be fine. All Anglers except for Pinky will break every light in a room, leaving you in complete darkness. This can cause another entity to possibly spawn. S-Q, also known as Squiddles, are squid-like creatures that like to be in the dark. They are docile and will not attack you if not provoked, either by flashing a light on them or by being too close. Just watch where you point that light and they won't cause you any trouble. Or if you're cool like me, you can just navigate the dark without a light source. It's worth noting that flashing Squiddles with a flash beacon will not anger them, so feel free to spam it in the dark. Another dangerous entity you might encounter is Z-96-1, nicknamed the Good People, a giant conglomeration of flesh that sits behind the fake doors created by the rogue AI, Z-779, codenamed the Painter. You can distinguish these doors from real ones by a few characteristics. Getting close to a fake door, you'll be able to hear this sound. The door sign will also occasionally spark, also indicating it's fake. The Painter will also activate turrets to stop you. Stay out of their line of sight and find the switch in the room to deactivate them. The last entity I'll tell you about for now is Z-317, codenamed Infestation. Infestation is a giant shark with way too many eyes spread across his snout and body. He will appear in rooms with windows viewing the ocean. Staring at Infestation will deal damage to you, and he will constantly try to pull your camera towards him. Keep advancing to the next door while avoiding his gaze, and once open, he will leave. You can also flash him. Don't do it. There are more entities, but these are the ones you'll encounter the most during your runs. But let's say you didn't survive an encounter. Once you die, you'll be able to read the document regarding the monster that killed you. You'll be able to learn about its lore and how to counter it. After about 30 rooms, you'll reach what's called a Grand Encounter. Basically like a mini boss section. There are 3 different Grand Encounters, and the one you'll get is random. The Searchlight's Grand Encounter consists of repairing a certain number of generators, depending on the size of your party, while avoiding the aforementioned Searchlight. If spotted by one of its lights, it will begin trying to hook you. You'll be able to survive a single hook at full HP, so try to quickly find cover if spotted. Once all generators are complete, look for the big door surrounded by green lights to finish the encounter. In the Abomination Grand Encounter, you will be chased by a reptile monster through a series of tunnels. You'll be using a sea glider to navigate these tunnels. The sea glider follows your mouse movements, and you can make micro adjustments with the A or D keys. The controls take some time getting used to, but it's nothing too difficult. The last Grand Encounter is the Firewall. You'll have to complete an obstacle course with a jet suit, while avoiding a literal firewall that's following close behind you. You'll be able to double jump and dash forward, and I have to say this is probably my favorite one. After this first Grand Encounter, you'll be back to hiding from the Anglers until you reach room 50. Here you'll meet the only ally you have inside this facility, Sebastian Soles.
Got something for you. Come here. You know the drill by now, don't you?
Sebastian is an interesting fellow. He will trade items with you in exchange of data you have been collecting throughout your run. He will also sell batteries for your light sources and his own document that you will be able to read later. You don't know it yet, but Sebastian was the one that caused the lockdown in the first place, by freeing all the entities in the facility. He has his own plans, but as long as we don't get in his way, he won't get in ours. You can also flash him.
Don't do that again.
This is all in vain.
Don't do it. Once you're done trading, you can pick up the keycard on the table and keep moving forward. Once you complete one more Grand Encounter and reach room 0, you'll finally be able to find what you came here for. Picking up the crystal will turn off the power site-wide, so be sure to have some sort of light source with you, because now you'll be heading to one of the hardest sections of the game, the Ridge. The Ridge is a series of 13 rooms that are mostly left in complete darkness, only occasionally illuminated by emergency lights. This area doesn't feature any light flickering, and the angles will spawn much more frequently, so you must keep your wits about you. The painter will also use the speakers present in these rooms to play audio with a specific frequency that causes your prisoner diving gear to detonate if you stay close to them for too long. Claustrophobia will also be at its maximum here, so you must time your locker use very carefully. If you manage to survive these final rooms, you'll have to face one last challenge, the ending encounter.
Attention. The backup power has been enabled. The PA system is back online. You are currently in one of the Ridge's airlocks. Outside, the generator shaft powers across the building, still overpowered cannons. However, several transformers that are now powered have been damaged and need to be repaired. So I have asked the communication system to be lights. I will lead you to your destination. Do not stray into the darkness.
Like with the searchlight encounter, you'll be tasked with fixing 7 or more generators, spread throughout the area, while avoiding the searchlights. They will also increase in numbers the more generators you complete. Keep calm and take your time, so you don't get caught out of position. Once all generators are complete, you'll need to flip 4 breakers in the cannon side tunnels, while the searchlight's patrol patterns get tighter and tighter with every flipped breaker. After finishing this encounter, that's it. You'll quickly find the escape submarine and end your run successfully. You'll be presented with an ending cutscene that I won't be showing you, because now it's your turn to venture inside the black site and try this game out for yourself. I left out a lot of details on purpose, so that even if you watch this video, there's plenty more things you don't know about, and that you'll be able to discover for yourself. It's honestly crazy how well done this game is, and even crazier that this was made in Roblox. I love the atmosphere the black site gives off. The gameplay is simple, but incredibly fun and strangely addicting. No joke, this might be the only game where I went out of my way to try some challenges. Because yes, I didn't mention it earlier, but this game has achievements that range from pretty easy to diabolical, that add a lot of replayability to the game, and unlock items you can buy at the start of your next run. This game also offers a lot more game modes. Aside from the obligatory endless mode, where you get to see how far you can get, the game also features other expedition types, with different areas and monsters to discover. There's even a zombie wave defense mode that's been added recently. Yes, the game is in active development. There's plenty of stuff coming, like modifiers, new enemies, new grand encounters, so there's a lot to look forward to. If you want to learn about the game's lore, Pressure's got you covered. There's a lot of secret documents you can find in your runs. They reveal a lot more about its setting, and I personally love reading about weird creatures and monsters. That's mainly why I like the SCP Foundation, and playing this game definitely feels like I'm exploring a different SCP facility. Well, this is all I had to say about Pressure for now. If anything I talk about made you interested in this game, give it a try. I promise you, you won't regret it. This game deserves a lot more exposure for how well it's made. Anyway, thank you for reaching the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe and leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.